Yeah.
Daddy.
What's up, basketball heads, and welcome to another edition of Court Vision, brought to you, of course, by War Room Sports in conjunction with Sports Kings. I'm one of your hosts, Devin McMillan, and I'm here at the round table with my brothers. We got Andy from Sports Kings.
Shout out to Jim Schwartz, baby.
We got B. Austin of War Room Sports.
Yo, with regards to Andrew Bynum, don't be mad at the player. Be mad at the game. It's your wife, homie.
We got Frank from Sports Kings.
This week was a big week for my bucket list. I got to watch Swaggy P play point guard, and he's on my fantasy team while doing so. What more can you ask for?
And we got Jimmy the Blueprint from War Room
Gang
Sports.
is in the building. Yo, Andrew Bynum, yo, you gotta chill, King. You gotta chill, yo.
He just likes being in the news these past two seasons. I'll get it. I'm just out to the NBA Players of the Week. That's one Chris Bosh of the Miami Heat and Kevin Durant, once again, of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Chris Bosh helped, I'm not going to say led, but he helped Miami to a 3-1 week. His big game of the week was the 37-10 game versus Portland, the game that LeBron James missed, and Chris Bosh took you back in the time machine to his days up in Canada. So shout out to him. He averaged, what did he average this week? 22.3 points, 8 rebounds, 1.75 blocks, and 1.25 steals. Kevin Durant and the Thunder went 3-0 this week. He averaged 32 points a game, 57% shooting from the floor, 10.7 rebounds, 5.7 assists. Like his all-around game is he's getting better the week. Any quick comments about Chris Bosh's big game on the 28th before we get into this rundown?
In the words of the great philosopher Roy Jones, y'all must have forgot. The thing is, it kind of makes you think. It kind of makes you think what kind of numbers and productivity he could have if he wasn't in that situation. And then again, they probably wouldn't have won the championship without Chris Bosh, because he did come back and give them a spark to win the championship. So, but dude, I mean, there's a reason why they were considered the big three initially when they came. People
yeah,
really
it seems like
a
lot of fans kind of disrespect him and forget about what he was before.
But it's also his fault too, though, because he's been very passive. I mean, I guess you have to be, but he's been like extra passive.
He can't really play where he wants to play because he'll just be in those guys' way.
Yeah, he needs the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But anyway, even beyond that, he has been kind of passive, though, in my personal opinion, just watching him play.
I don't think that it's so much. I mean, it's a little bit of him being passive. Let me start off by personally saying that I make fun of Christina Bosh based on the actions that he does away from basketball. As a basketball player, I completely support him as a fringe Hall of Famer. I said fringe, but I think he's dominant at the position. And what he does at the 4 is similar to what LeBron and Wade do at the other positions. He needs the ball in his hands. He needs clear out. He's got range out to 24 feet. Well, I'm going to exaggerate, maybe 23. So
yeah, you are exaggerating.
He's kind of in the way. Now, he shoots threes, homie.
I know. He does shoot many. He fell in love with it.
But he's kind of in the way in terms of the way that LeBron and Wade play the game. So he suffers. And
I mean, all that being said, that game against the Blazers, I mean, if Chris Bosh is going to hit that shot, I mean, Dwayne Wade's pass was on that last play. Dwayne Wade's pass was terrible. Bosh had to, chase it down, and then he shoots a 3 from at least 2 feet beyond the three-point line. I mean, if he makes that shot, as the Trailblazers, you just got to tip your cap and move on. I mean, what else are you going to do? But no, I mean, Bosh is nice. I mean, he's got all the ability in the world. I mean, for me, maybe I hold it too much against him. That no-show in Game 7 last year in the finals, for some reason, that's all I can think about when I think about Chris Bosh. He just completely didn't show up. And I mean, Hall of Famers.
But he was the only reason they beat the Pacers.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're talking about Hall of Fame, you're talking about big games, and you're talking about what you do when it counts in big games. And I mean, I think that's going to be held against him for better or worse. However, I think that's going to be part of his legacy.
I mean, but also the year before, not this past finals, the one they won before that. If not for him, they wouldn't have won that finals.
Yeah, the Pacers.
He's an apex predator.
Yeah, but I think being Catwoman to LeBron's Batman and Dwayne Wade's Robin is the biggest thing that's going to be held against him when it's time to vote for the Hall of Fame.
That's true.
All right, a couple of you guys mentioned Andrew Bynum's name in your intros, and if the people out there are living under a rock or they haven't heard, Andrew Bynum has been suspended from the Cleveland Cavaliers indefinitely. Now they're actually paying him. He's suspended with pay now for quote-unquote conduct detrimental to the team.
That's conduct,
now, some
right?
rumors have come out. You're not hearing these rumors from us. We're just reporting what we've heard. We don't know
Allegedly.
what's true. Yeah. We don't know what's true. We don't know what's not true. But we heard that it could have something to do with Andrew Bynum sleeping with one of his assistant coach's wives. What do you guys think of this story, if it could possibly be true?
The spirit of Delonte West is alive and well in the NBA.
Come on.
What in the Malik Wright? It's like, oh my.
Yo.
If you're going to attack a coach's wife, it should be the head coach. You got to aim high, Bynum. Have goals. I don't know what you're doing, going around allegedly sleeping with a assistant coach's wife. That's bottom of the totem pole.
Like the man B. Austin
said, don't hate the player. It's not Andrew Bynum's fault. Chicks stick to bro, man.
It's his fault. It's his fault he didn't get Mike Brown's wife.
I mean, it's not like he's playing basketball. What else is he gonna do?
Mike Brown looks like he would have an ugly wife, though. So I got it. He just seemed like the type. Like,
I mean, he might not.
So what you're saying is Mike Brown seems like his wife would look like him. Like
all right, first off, it's not Mike Brown though. Wasn't the assist? It's like what are the assistants?
No, that's what. But he was saying why he said he should have, set a goal.
Aim high, Bynum. Aim high.
All right, here's my first question to you guys.
You don't even know what Jamal Mosley is.
The assistant is Jamal Mosley, by the way.
If this is true, right? I don't think it's probably her first time, fornicating or giving her woman canal to another player. So this is probably something that goes on. Like,
was he there with LeBron?
And they want him in Miami. What's he gonna do with LeBron's mom when he gets in Miami? We know her track record. If she was with Delonte West,
she's about to get married though. She is getting married.
Yeah, she's marrying some B-list rapper.
What difference does that make? Yeah,
this is true too.
She's marrying a Lebron stan.
This is true.
My point is if you would sleep with Delonte West, you would probably do anything.
Yeah, that's
it's Delonte West.
He's like right on his face.
How do we get on Gloria,
Gloria!
And the question that I want to ask Andrew Bynum is, brother, I hope you didn't shoot the club up, man.
He probably went straight D Wade style. Like,
he probably went in there with his gun out and silence.
He did. He went in there and shot all the ones.
Shout out to D Wade for fathering another child.
Shout out to Gabrielle Union.
While he and Gabrielle were
stepmother of the year
on a break. Yeah.
Stepmother of the century.
Yo, shout out to Gabrielle Union. As them movie checks slowed up, she realized what side her bread was buttered on.
Yeah, but D Wade, D Wade is the bareback king. He's the official bareback. We have to get in the people.
No, he's not, Jimmy. That's Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was Dwight Howard.
Travis Henry. Travis Henry.
All right, but look, seriously, fellas, this whole Andrew Bynum thing. We know he originally signed a 2-year, $24 million deal with the Cavs, but only $6 million of that deal was guaranteed. I think the Cavs did a good job of actually looking out for themselves just in case he could no longer play the game. They could let him go. Now that he's been suspended, and they have till January 7th to make the decision on whether or not they want to guarantee his contract. What do you guys think they should do, especially if what we're hearing is the real story? Like, can you stick around if you slept with a coach?
The assistant coach his wife already took one for the team, so they might as well.
Seriously.
Might as well keep taking one.
Is it possible for him to stick around.
I don't think it is, but it's sad because like
take one for the team.
His whole rap has nothing to do with outside of Philadelphia, where he didn't play at all. Shout to him for winning all the bowling leagues though. But he I don't know what's going to happen with his career. His career trajectory has just completely changed. I remember when the Sixers got him, it was like,
Jimmy, people are going to continue to pay him. He's 7'2", and as long as he wants to play, he's going to continue to get $2 to $3 million a season.
No, you're absolutely right. You can't teach size. No Aaron Rodgers.
But they were saying he didn't want to play either. That was the other thing.
He wants to get paid.
There was speculation whether or not. Well, I mean, he is getting paid. A free $6 million is a free $6 million.
Yeah. And plus, he stuck the Sixers up for $16 million last year and didn't play a lick. So he's pretty good.
Yeah, this is true. I mean,
right now.
He's going to get paid, yo.
He's got his hustle down pat. He's
8 points and 5 rebounds from this season and last season combined.
I mean, I think the big question would be, because the big team that's rumored to be interested in is the Clippers, which is a perfect fit because they're in need of a backup big man. But do you trust that role with Andrew? I mean, I don't trust Andrew Bynum to play that role for me. I mean, that's a pivotal role that they need going into the playoffs. I mean, obviously they're going to fill that void, whether it's at the trade deadline or one of these, guys that gets waived in February. But, I mean, do you trust Andrew Bynum to be that guy for you?
Yeah, you can't do that.
He's going to be like, I'm back in L.A. and I'm shooting threes.
It depends on what they would have to give up for him, if anything.
Probably nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Cleveland were to just let him go and the Clippers could just pick him up, I'd take that risk because I'm not.
Yeah, but I mean, what you got to give up to him is that's probably the only roster spot you can fill with that void in your. I mean, you got to find the right guy to fill that position for your team.
Well, they have nobody behind DeAndre Jordan. Anyway.
And since his contract isn't like guaranteed, I'm pretty sure. Could they renegotiate and pay him something since that contract isn't guaranteed, or
they could probably give him a free pass at the bowling alley?
Yeah, I mean, because my decision would be based on, what I would have to give up for him. Like Frank said, probably nothing, and what I would have to pay him. If I'm not taking that big of a risk, then I'll do it because I'm not really upsetting the flow of my team by bringing him in. Now, if I had to get rid of a good piece, like a good bench piece or something like that, then I might not be able to mess with that dude.
Based on what I know Devin and I hate, which is super teaming, it pains me to say this, but Pat Riley is probably already putting the phone calls in.
He already be tampering.
Yeah, he already tampering because Pat Riley is good for getting something for nothing. And I
Golden Gecko.
I think that it makes
Greed is good.
It makes sense. I think that it makes sense for him to go to the Heat, like for the Heat to make that move, because if he's not worth and he ain't shit, which is what he's proven to be in the past, they didn't lose anything.
Twin Towers, him and Greg Oden.
Doctors are they going to have to hire, though, between Bynum and Oden?
Bynum and Oden. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
7 more doctors
but
on the scene.
When you go to the Heat, you just heal. Nothing's wrong with Greg Oden right now. He's just chilling. They're waiting for the championship run.
He's gonna come
so
in.
They're going to form the new Twin Towers and dominate the league.
Greg Oden is going to come in that during the playoffs and average 4 points, about 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game.
3 blocks.
3 blocks, and that's
that you're on record.
And that's all they needed.
That's a lot of blocks.
That's a lot of damn blocks.
You're gonna be
3 blocks.
No.
The Gambit Matumbo, not in my house.
All right, well, talking about injured people, Russell Westbrook is out again. He has some swelling in his right knee and had to get some surgery to reduce the swelling. He's expected to be out until probably right after the All-Star break. We asked this question in the beginning of the season, but he came back a little faster than anybody expected. So what do you guys think Oklahoma City can do right now in his absence? Do you think they'll keep the pace that they're on right now? Is this, are they okay in the short term?
Yes. No, because it gives them. I think it gives them a hole now because you have Reggie Jackson, who I think can do a decent job of filling in for Russell Westbrook, but at the same time, that's a hole on the bench now. I mean, Jackson was given pretty good support. And I think the Thunder already kind of lacked that bench help anyway. That's kind of been their thing the last couple of years. Shout out to the Trailblazers. Get that division.
Yeah, I mean, I I kind of see where you guys are going in terms of the bench scoring and bench support. I think now is the time for Lamb to kind of really step up. I think they can keep pace and still be a solid playoff contender in terms of their record. My question is, when Russell comes back, is he going to be in a position where he can contribute? How long is it going to take for him to get his game together? And I'm wondering, like, I watched him play, and I looked up to God, and I said, God, why is he this athletic?
Yeah, it's got that.
With an effed up leg. Yo, he still was levitating on a bum leg.
Yeah, I mean, but this is one of the things. Like I said, the surgery was just to reduce swelling. So, you know, I don't think it's going to be some rigorous rehab where he's going to have to, you know, learn how to play again. I think he'll come back and be fine. I mean, he was already better than I think most people expected him to be thus far this season. But right now, the Thunder are holding the #1 seed in the Western Conference. So a month from now, or, you know, a little over a month from now, when he comes back, where do you guys see them? You know,
I think they hold pace.
3.
I don't think they're gonna skip a beat. If you told me in the beginning of the season that this was gonna happen, I would have been concerned. I mean, I was concerned when we did the preseason, you know, poll. We didn't think Westbrook was gonna be back, but these young guys have confidence now. You can tell Reggie Jackson, he's completely taken the opportunity. That dude's got crazy game. I mean, to watch, and you just watch what OKC did against the Rockets the other night. Yeah. Kevin Durant, he's got that killer instinct in his eyes. He was up 24 points against the Rockets the other night, and he looked like he was still diving for loose balls. He just had that killer instinct in his eyes. He can carry this team for 6 weeks. I think you're going to see Reggie Jackson really step up, Jeremy Lamb like B. Austin. I don't think they're going to miss a beat at all, at least temporarily, without Westbrook.
Shit, he
Do you think they can stay atop the division, though?
He's going to be hurt, right?
Absolutely. I think they can stay atop the division. I mean, how many teams, even without
That's
Russell Westbrook,
disrespectful to Portland.
Yeah, I know. Listen, Andy and I and Jason.
And you know where I'm going.
I know. We have a bet that the Portland Trail Blazers are going to win that division, preseason bet, dark horse, and it's looking good right now. But I mean, I got to tell you how I feel.
But Portland disrespected themselves by letting Bosh go for 37 and 10 without LeBron in the house.
Looking at LaMarcus Aldridge.
You let a woman do that to you, LaMarcus?
Oh, Joanna man.
Joanna man.
All right, but here's the thing, though. In terms of Westbrook, short term they'll be okay. And I agree with Dev. Dev made the point. Like, I didn't think he would be this good this fast coming into the season. So I think he'll be fine once he comes back. They may fall out of the first spot, though. They may drop to 2, even 3, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I don't even think they need to be the #1 seed, to be honest with you.
Well, that's the question I was answering. Is for me to keep pace, they're staying atop where they are now. I think they're going to fall back. By no means do I think they're not going to be in the playoffs, but and I think Westbrook will be fine too. Dev, it's a good point. I think if he can recover from the previous injury the way he did, there's no reason he shouldn't recover from this one. Relatively the same fashion.
I also think long-term the team is going to be better for it, having these young guys get even more confidence, especially guys like Reggie Jackson, giving him the opportunity. One thing I won't miss about Russell Westbrook not being in the lineup is the fact that Reggie Jackson does not take as many shots as Kevin Durant anymore, like it should be. Kevin Durant should always be getting the most shots in the game, Russell Westbrook. You need to sit down and watch Reggie Jackson, how he plays the point guard position.
That's terrible.
You disrespecting Russell Westbrook right now, man. Come on, man.
I was just doing that to get a rise out of Andy. I know that's his boy.
The only thing that I'm looking forward to is not having to see that young man's fashion and clothing when he comes to the arena.
He's still going. They gonna show him.
Now it's gonna be worse because
now he's just gonna be on the sideline the whole game,
like wearing leotards.
He's gonna have that whole game gear on it. All-Star break coming up too. He's
gonna have a pre-game outfit, a game-time outfit, a post-game outfit.
He's gonna have tight. He's gonna have tight pants that look like the pattern on B. Elson's scarf that he has over there.
Print pants.
So you're saying my man is gonna be dressed like Aaron Rodgers' boyfriend?
No comment. No comment.
Come on, man. Y'all out of pocket.
Coming at my man, A. Raj.
I like that, actually.
A. Raj.
Forget the Packers.
All right. Look, we're going to talk about unwritten rules. Well, one unwritten rule of basketball. I'm sure you guys saw this situation, but let me set the scene for the audience out there. I mean, they may have seen it too. Lakers versus Sixers, 9 seconds left in the game. Sixers are up by 5. The Lakers take another, a desperation shot. Sixers get the rebound. Evan Turner runs out, gets the pass. Right before the buzzer, he does almost a 360 windmill, something that I didn't even know he was like athletic enough to do.
He did like a 292.
He does a 292 half windmill. Barely hitting the rim, but he dunks it at the buzzer when they already had the game in hand. When he came down, I think he heard the boos from the crowd, and he instantly saw the looks on some of the Lakers' faces, so he starts to apologize. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. This is one of those unwritten rules of basketball. You don't take a shot, at the buzzer when your team has already won the game, and you definitely don't do a 292 half windmill. So what do you guys think of those type of unwritten rules? Because, Jimmy, I know you wrote a blog a long time ago about the unwritten rules of baseball, and you didn't really care for those too much.
I think.
What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, because baseball has a gazillion unwritten rules. Baseball has a gazillion unwritten rules, and I think they're all Tres Vanny. Listen, man, if you don't want him to do that, then listen, don't put him in a position to do that. I mean, that's just the bottom line, man. I'm not with all this. I'm not with all this soft stuff, man. Like, you shouldn't have did that. Come on, man. Grown ass man.
He's right. It's terrible.
One thing you got to understand, Jimmy, is a lot of these players they listen to Drake. These are guys that listen to Drake, and so there's a lot of unwritten rules of basketball that are being violated with today's generation. They like each other. They hang out. They go to the club after they lose games together. They they wear women's clothing. They come to the arena with handbags and purses. There's a lot of stuff that's being violated.
Just hold on, I'm coming home.
There you go. So I think that Evan Turner's approach should be, hung out of here. You don't like it, what you gonna do?
I always thought Evan Turner was one of those soft basketball players anyway. He looked like a little kid that when you're with your parents and you accidentally cuss, and then you immediately are like, no, I didn't mean
very suspect.
It was silly. It was like Mike Ditka said a few years ago with the Patriots, when everybody was getting mad, no matter what the hoodie did, he was wrong, whether they attempted a long field goal or they went for it, and Ditka simply said, stop them. If you don't like it, stop them.
That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point.
But who's expecting a run out with like 5 seconds left?
Yo, with Evan Turner, I would have expected anything. He's essentially Swaggy P.
Yeah. Now, actually, I'm glad that you said that, because the Laker who took exception to this the most was Swaggy P. Because as soon as he did,
mad because he didn't get a chance to do it.
He went apologizing to everybody, and then when he went to apologize to Swaggy kind of brushed him off, like he had to look like, "What you doing?" Like, so I'm thinking to myself,
I love that Swaggy was mad at him, and he was mad that the game was over and he couldn't shoot no more.
I love that we don't call him Nick Young anymore. He's just Swaggy P permanently.
He's Swaggy P. Yeah,
I even heard one of the announcers called him Swaggy P. I was dying.
But I'm not calling him. Actually, one of them called him Swanky P.
So I'm gonna call him Twiggy.
No, but this is my question. Like, why was he the one most upset? Because I can envision him taking a 3-pointer in this.
Because he's crazy.
Exactly what Jimmy just said. He didn't. Either A, he didn't do it first.
I can see him launching from half court in this situation.
Or B, he didn't get an opportunity to shoot more. So he's taking that out on my man Evan Turner, and Evan should have hit him with the fanatic.
I feel the same way you guys feel about this. If you don't like it, stop it. I mean, you know what I miss? I miss when you used to bring a goon in, and his only job was to just knock down.
Shout out to John Chaney.
What would happen in the 80s is that if Evan Turner did that the next time the Sixers played the Lakers, there would be somebody ready to clothesline him on the first play of the game.
There are no goons left in the NBA, though, Frank.
Tanya Harding.
Yo, I want to point out to you that the biggest goons in the league
are
DeBarges. No, no, they're gangsters. No, they're gangsters.
Okay, all right, so
they're gangsters.
They're goblins. They're goblins.
Nobody here.
You do that against Memphis,
Nobody here.
You better watch your back on that team bus, Brakes will be. Somebody cut those brakes off on that team bus.
I can just remember when Andrew Bynum clotheslined Barrera.
I would feel some type of way, Dad, because he's trying to show me up personally, but I still feel as though it's up to me to stop that. Like, I don't look at it like, oh, man, this guy's being Bush League or he's being, I shouldn't even put him in a position to try that. And then I go put my arm around him and say what I got to say to him. And
but
then
you
it's
don't
about
box out with 5 seconds left. It's a run out. Who's boxing out? Nobody thinks the dude gonna go do a 292 like Jimmy said.
But hold on though. The thing is though, B. Austin, if this was back in the day in the 80s when there were goons, no one would have got mad at him. He would have got stole. Right
That's
there.
what I'm saying. He
after the game, after the bus.
The NBA used to be when there really were goons in the league.
Right. I mean, I think that's the point that we're making here, Deb, is that it's not about that particular situation, like, 5 seconds left. Of course, it's on Evan Turner, but back in the day, he would have been sent a message beforehand where he would have known
better
to do that.
Not to do that. Yeah, he would have known
any circumstance.
Didn't Reggie Miller go at Kobe for doing something like that? When they got into that fight.
When they got in the
slap fight,
they were slapping each other.
That wasn't a fight.
Yeah, that was.
They
ripped each other's bras off or something during that altercation. All right, well, I just wanted to get you fellas' opinion. I don't care one way or another. Like I said, if I can see the frustration because, first of all, nobody's supposed to lose to the 76ers. So if, like, one of the worst teams in the league did something rude on the last play of the game, it probably would be a physical altercation in the tunnel.
I guess that's the main point. Evan Turner, you know you're 9-21, right?
What, you mad?
And plus, Evan Turner is not getting that off during the game, so he had to do it then.
Oh, so now you're mad. Now you're mad.
I'm supposed to get mad at that? I'm supposed to get mad at that?
Shout out to Sam Cassell.
All right, so look, man, let's wrap this up, man. To everybody out there, like I usually tell you, man, make sure you click the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the page. Give us your take on everything we talked about, like the Andrew Bynum situation. Is it possible for him to remain with that team after what he has allegedly done? Let us know what your thoughts on Evan Turner and his little, as Jimmy called it, the 292 half windmill dunk at the buzzer. These dudes are crazy.
Making fun of my favorite players, man.
Let us know how you think the OKC Thunder will do without Russell Westbrook in the lineup for another month. And was that all the topics? I think that's all the topics. But either way,
Sam Cassell to the Hall of Fame.
Either way, this has been another episode of Court Vision brought to you by War Room Sports in conjunction with Sports Kings. I'm Devin. That's Andy, B. Austin, Frank, and Jimmy the Blueprint. Like we always tell you guys, don't accept mediocrity and be steadfast in the war against ignorance.
We'll see you chumps on top.
It's the War Room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.